Yeah. Analytics off the chain, all the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
Yo, what is going on, Headliner Nation? Huge breaking news coming out of the NFL right now is Davante Adams is headed from Green Bay out west to the Las Vegas Raiders. And now the AFC West is just crazy good with Davante Adams officially being traded to the Las Vegas Raiders and reuniting with his former college quarterback at Fresno State, Derek Carr. Let's take a look at what's going on right now in the news. Davante Adams headed to the Las Vegas Raiders, as I just mentioned a second ago. Right now, it sounds like, again, this was one of the very first tweets from Ian Rappaport, but said final stages of trading Packers star wide receiver Davante Adams, who's going to receive a new contract that makes him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. As of this recording, it is going to be a first-round pick, another pick, and a player from what I have seen. And as I'm talking to you, I'm actually going to hit the refresh button real quick to see if anything else has popped out about that. But definitely a first-round pick plus more for what they are going to be getting for Davante Adams. And just an amazing deal that kind of came out of nowhere, because as you were looking at it, everybody was trying, it seemed like they were trying to make moves, and Green Bay was trying to get, stuff moved around so they could get more money free and get Davante Adams paid. And I feel like I'm just kind of scrambling all over the place right now. I don't see anything else coming out right now specifically stating anything else about the trade other than a first round pick, another pick, and a player for that. Now, since he tweeted that, he actually ended up following that up and saying that the deal that Davante Adams is getting is $141 million over 5 years, making him the highest paid wide receiver in the league, an average of $28.25 million. Absolutely insane contract for one of the best wide receivers in all of football. Congratulations to him for getting that, and congratulations to the Las Vegas Raiders for making a huge move after watching basically the entire NFC or AFC West go absolutely ham, bringing guys in this offseason. And now they add a much-needed weapon to give Derek Carr some help. Now, the question is really going to be, is Derek Carr going to be able to step up and be a quarterback that can lead a team into the playoffs and be successful in the playoffs? And you know us on this channel, if you've been around for a while, we have always been fans of Derek Carr here. I absolutely think that he can do it. He is not a superstar, quote unquote, by any means, and I don't expect him to be. But now that he's got a weapon like Davante Adams, now that he's got a weapon like Darren Waller, you obviously have Josh Jacobs at the running back position, and hopefully you've got a different game plan there now out in Las Vegas that is going to help kind of exploit defenses and really help this team reach a ceiling that it seems like they've always had a little bit of trouble reaching. And having Davante Adams is absolutely going to help with that. And he's got that connection. Sometimes when you've got a trade like that or a free agent signing, you say to yourself, man, is there really going to be that connection right away? And he's played with Derek Carr. They have that connection. They know each other. They've worked out in the offseason together. And apparently, I'm seeing right now, he's already bought a home in Las Vegas, and it's right next to Derek Carr. So these two getting back together is going to be absolutely great for both of them. He goes to a team that he knows the quarterback there. They have a relationship. They've had the ability to work out together and really be together on the same team and have that connection. I don't see any chemistry issues whatsoever for Davante Adams, and I really do expect him to just jump right into where he was last year. Still going to be a top 5 wide receiver for me. In terms of does this hurt anybody in Las Vegas? No, it doesn't, because there wasn't really anybody there that we were worried about outside of, obviously, Darren Waller. But is it really going to hurt Darren Waller? Maybe all the volume that we've seen from him in years past won't necessarily be there, but we could see back, some of that high efficiency because now teams aren't going to be able to key on him as the number one. It should also help Josh Jacobs if they give Josh Jacobs the full workload and really hand it to him and say, hey, this is you. Go get it, baby. If they do that, it could also end up helping out Josh Jacobs. So those are all things to keep an eye on, but I'm not seeing any reason why Davante Adams still isn't a legit guy that you're going to have there. Hunter Renfrow. Talking about Hunter Renfrow for a second. Hunter Renfrow obviously will not be the number one wide receiver there like he was to end the season. So because of that, you just have to kind of take a step back with him and realize that this is a guy that, once again, is probably a little bit more as a flex play. If I had to rank him out, it would be Adams, it would be Waller, and then it would be Renfrow after that. But here's the good news and why I'm not telling you to skip on Hunter Renfrow come draft day. PPR leagues, I still think he will be more than solid. Hopefully still getting about 7 targets, 5 targets a game, 5 to 7 targets a game. If he can catch almost all of those, if he can give you 4 to 6 receptions a game, up to 7 receptions a game, in PPR leagues, that's going to be gold. I still think that he's a guy that could work in the red zone a little bit, especially when teams take a little bit of a longer look at Davante Adams. But here's the thing. This is a division where there are going to be throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing. So there is going to be plenty of volume to go around because it's not like Las Vegas is all of a sudden going to be becoming this running team. They're not going to have control of the game clock. I mean, this is a team that's going to have to throw it to stay in a majority of the games that they play because this is a very tough decision. So I think all these guys can definitely be fine. Darren Waller, to me, maybe just a little bit of a step back. Again, maybe some of that volume comes back, but highly more efficient. Davante Adams still going to be a top 5 wide receiver for me. Not moving off him at all. Hunter Renfrow probably going to be more in that wide receiver 3 flex range, really kind of depending on any other moves if they end up being made. And then again, whether it's a PPR or a half PPR league, that could end up changing things a little bit. In a standard league, if you're one of those crazies, I'm probably staying away from Hunter Renfrow because he will need some volume to contain that, to contain those numbers that he put up last year. But ladies and gentlemen, huge news, and I wanted to make sure that I got it out to you as quickly as possible, and hopefully I did. We're still waiting on, the Deshaun Watson news, and there's still several other guys that remain unsigned. So plenty of breaking news that's going to be yet to come. Hopefully y'all appreciated this video. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget, we're giving away a Dalvin Cook autographed jersey right now. Make sure you go over to Pristine Auction. Just all you got to do is make a free account. Make a free account, use code word headliners. You're going to be entered. Comment on the video, like the video so you can get entered into it. What do you think of the Davante Adams trade? Give me some feedback on your fantasy thoughts. And if you're new here, subscribe to the Fantasy Headliners. I'm going to get out though. Everybody stay safe and healthy. And I'll catch you on the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners.
Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. We about that chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation. I'm a headliner.